Coraci, welcome and thank you very much for your availability. We are very happy to have the film in MiX Festival, and we are very proud of the success the film is having in Brazil and abroad.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here and to be part of the festival in Milano. So thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. So I'll go for the first question.
Okay.
Why did you think of making this film, and how long did it take, or the process of making it?
Okay. Well, I started shooting the film in 2016 when my son told me he was having doubts, so questioning his gender identity. For me, it was like a whole new world. I didn't know a lot about those issues at the time. So I asked him to make an interview. I don't know, as a filmmaker, I have this kind of reaction. Can I interview you? And he said yes. And actually we had a really nice conversation with the presence of the camera, because in this situation, it's an extra day-by-day situation. So we were like out of our common issues of, I don't know, mess in the bedroom and all those things. And it was really nice. And he could explain to me how he was seeing those issues about trans people, and also how he was feeling about himself. And he literally draw for me to understand, so very patient with his old mom, like to understand those things he was thinking about. And then as his process was not linear, so he had many different moments, and each time he had a different, I don't know, a different name or a different identity. We did a new interview. So we spent like 3 years doing that. And I didn't know if those interviews would be a film, because when you are doing those interviews, you are just gathering material, I don't know. And so it took me, in the whole process started in 2016, and the film was released in 2020. So 4 to 5 years, all the process.
Nice. It's quite a long time, but it also helps to go deep in an argument, so you can see the result of it. Very nice. And I think Limiar is a very important film, a film that helps other families to realize some aspects of transition and helps them learning how to deal with it in a very positive and a very clear way. But the question is, how did the making of this film influenced you and your family on regard, including Noah? Was it helpful for you?
Yes, I think yes, because as I said, I think that those moments with the presence of the camera built a kind of environment, special environment for us to dialogue. So because, you know, when you have a teenager in your house, despite the gender questions, issues, a teenager is not that easy to talk, and they are like more closed in their bedrooms. So and they like to fight the parents. So I think the presence of the camera, the making of the film, helped us to talk more. I don't know. I don't know exactly why, but it happened. And also, in the same moment, I was doing a PhD, my research of PhD. I finished last year in 2020, and I was studying autobiographical documentary. And with this process of my son, I turned the research to study autobiographical documentary by women and questions of gender. So I was studying a lot about feminism and gender questions, and reading Judith Butler and Paul Preciado and other theoricals. So it helped me a lot, because I was in this moment that my professional life as a filmmaker, my academic life as a researcher, and my personal life as a mother was like they were together and helping each other a lot. So I had some thing that I was in my house with my son, like I don't know how to say, worried about. And then I was reading a book, and in the book was the answer for me. So it was like a very nice dialogue between these three areas of my life.
Amazing. That's very nice, because it became like an issue that involves all the levels. Nice.
Yeah.
So it did influence.
Yeah.
And I think the camera gives this protection as in a therapy session, no? So it gives us this opportunity to talk to your son in a protected environment.
Yes, maybe it's that. Yeah.
Nice, very nice. Okay. You talk in the film a lot about Noah's social life, friends, and school, and all his environment outside your home, but you don't bring it to the film. Like, you don't interview friends or relatives or school teachers, or is it what? Why was that? Do you have did you think about it, or did it happen by chance?
Yeah, I think I didn't even think about that. I don't know, because I was studying autobiographical documentaries, so I was in this whole thinking and studying this intimate kind of film, personal kind of film. So I knew that it was like between me and my son, the story I wanted to tell was in this relationship between us. So I didn't consider to film outside. But the interesting thing that happened is that just before my son started his transition, one friend of him started having testosterone. So like 3 months before. And we also started to film his friend. And then we were doing like 2 films. So we are now finishing the second film, which is about his friend, but Noah is in there. But it's a film in the streets. It's a film in the LGBTQ community in our city. So it's a kind of, they are like brothers films, I don't know how to say in English, but like they complement each other. So this movement that we would have this moment that this willing to go outside to talk to the friends, but we did it in another film. So now in next year we will have this.
That's a good thing to know, that it's coming out a new film. It's like a sequel outside the family.
Yeah, it's very different because it's not personal. There is no voiceover, and it's so different. But it's a broader film.
Let us know, of course. The sequel,
sure.
evolution of that. Nice. And but yes, there is not it's still not outside your home and your family, but there is a lot of home and family. How was it for your mom, for example, to participate? How did she take it that you would like to do a film, and then that your mom and your family would participate at it?
Yeah, for her in the first moment was really easy, because she's a very I don't know, she has a presence in the camera, so it's easy for her to have to do an interview and talk about. She's really good on
She's
that.
amazing.
Yeah. But I didn't. We didn't have the. We couldn't imagine that the film would travel so much in the world, you know, because it was a really small production. We had no sponsorship, and we did like a very, it's a simple film. So I think for her, when she saw like the film was like traveling the world, was wow. But I think she likes she likes the film a lot, and she likes her presence.
Her presence
in
in
the film.
how it came.
Yeah, like she's studying familiar therapy. I don't know the name, the right name, but it's she's a psychologist with who deals with families, and she has a group of studies, and they invited me to screen the film and to talk to them. So this for me, it's like a good sign that she's like really enjoying the process of the film, and we talk about, and she's really happy.
In Italian, there's you say vestito la camicia, no? In Portuguese also, vestiu a camisa. Yeah. So it means she likes it and she's proud of it. I'm happy. So that's very positive.
I think that when one person in a family has a transition, everybody have to do a transition together.
That's very important. Very important.
And when something when your son or your, how to say, neto,
grandson
has an issue, like he's a LGBTQI person, so this concern to us also, so for me and for my mom. So it's important for us to be in this promoting and talking about and fighting against the violence, because in Brazil it's really hard to be a trans person here. So for us was like, oh, like we have to be together in those discussions and those fights and all of that.
That support is so important, so important. Mothers like you, grandmothers like your mother, and family like yours. I wish there were so much more families like this in the world. Congratulations for how you dealt with the situation, how you worked it in the film, and again, it's an example for many other families. So thank you also for that.
Thank you.
And I think for today, that's it. So let's invite who's watching this interview to watch the film during MiX. And we are anxious to see your new film.
Okay, thank you a lot. I'm really happy to be here. And it's a really nice conversation. Thank you.
Also for me. Bye, Coraci.
Bye.